Hey guys, yesterday I went all the way back through Wollay's social media from 2013 to 2019, and I made a 5-flippin' page outline on absolutely everything. From new biomes, new landmarks, new natural locations, new features, new items, new abilities, quests, new mobs, and new pets that Wollay will be adding to the release in the coming months. So stay to the end, maybe drop a sub if you enjoy the in-depth content and want some more. So to get started, here's a note right here. With the release set for September or October on Steam, owners of the alpha will actually get Steam keys. So I'm freaking stoked because I have an alpha key as well. So let's start with number 1, new biomes. Wollay will be introducing the new Savannah biome and the Deadlands biomes. These are two completely differing biomes. One, the Deadlands, being a darker purpley biome with undead creatures, and the Savannah biome being like a African savanna, including a bunch of new pets that I'll go into later, including the lion. Also, he has improved Snowlands greatly and added some crazy new textures, and you can see how that looks right now. On to some of the new natural locations that he's been adding. These locations are landmarks like we've seen in the past, like forests, named forests. He's also adding named mountains, enchanted forest, dark forest, named rocks, named islands, named rivers, wetlands, valleys, plains, groves, volcanoes, craters, and lava lakes. That's all we've seen so far from his videos that I have dug through in depth to check out all the little locations around the map that you can see, and it's some pretty interesting terrain that we're going to be digging into when we get into that update. Number 3, new landmarks. These are actual man-made buildings, such as graveyards, giant extravagant capital cities that should have quest lines going all throughout them, and they should be lively with new NPCs, sanctuaries, crypts, huts that will probably mostly have witches in them, altars, which you may be using some special items with, new and improved dungeons that include new traps added, and they can also come in a few different forms from what I've seen, including grottos, sewers, caves, shrines, and ancient ruins. He's also going to be adding towers, named farms, floating shrines that you can get up to with special items, mana pumps that are run by those steel guards or steel soldiers, vaults, named bridges, and forts or fortresses. And those are just some of the man-made landmarks that you'll run into and explore during different quest lines. New features include NPCs can be parts of clans now, which seems super interesting, and that will probably intertwine with some quest lines. Alchemy, where you can craft new potions on top of the ones that we had before. He seems to have removed platinum, bronze, and silver coins, and now you only have gold coins. He's definitely improved the new UI and has made it extremely scalable, and it looks pretty satisfying for the user. He's added a lot of new music. He is a composer himself, and you can find that stuff on SoundCloud. There's a new feature for shrines where you have to activate them in order to spawn or teleport between them. The shrines are those little angel guys that we normally spawn at in Cube World, and you can activate them by playing a flute. There's a new title screen, which many of you have seen, that he sent out a video of it recently with the character riding the eagle and the new logo for Cube World. The traveling gem traders, which seem to be gnomes that have these little crystals on their back, and you can get you can sell a few different gems from them or buy from them. Eagle Fast Travel, you can now pay flight masters to fast travel to distant locations, and price varies on the distance, which is great because currently traveling long distances in Cube World to catch up to your friends can be a real pain. I appreciate that, Wollay. The new and improved map with the new zoom feature that is really nice and aesthetically pleasing. With a travel history, you're able to fast travel between shrines using this map, I believe. New map icons for different locations and quests, and a dungeon map where when you're actually inside of a dungeon, it'll come up with a 3-dimensional map for that as well. Some new items that he's been adding is crafting books that I believe you get for rewards from quests that can upgrade your crafting. Artifacts, special items that add new mechanics to the game, improve abilities like hang gliding, or let you into secret areas like named caves. And some that he's shown off so far is the harp and the flute that you play, and they activate something special in the game. There's new cooking items that he's shown off, including you can craft lemonade, hot chocolate, a green smoothie, and a few items that you can use to cook, I believe, are dragon root, apples, and sugar cubes. Alchemy, some of the specific potions that he's shown off are the elixir of power, elixir of toughness, elixir of sanity, and the elixir of life, all giving you different attributes that last a long period of time instead of instantly giving you health back right in the moment. Some new abilities that we have seen include some mage abilities that he's gone much deeper in depth for. For the fire mage, on using a wand, you can now use fire ray, or fire beam, or fire explosion. Fire beam we've seen in the past with wizards or witches usually have beam attacks, and it's a similar sort of attack that just melts through enemies. He's also shown off the float ability, which I don't know how this will be used in battle, but it seems you can get away from mobs a little bit easier. For the water mage, the water bubbles that seem to explode when they're stuck to mobs, water beam, which is like the fire beam but a water version, and now he has made the healing stream an AoE move. For the archer, what he's shown off so far is the sniper can summon a shadow shooter, which is pretty cool. It's like Conjuring in Skyrim, only more cubed, but the scout can also use a quicksand ability to slow down mobs in their path. That sounds like some World of Warcraft abilities that he's pulling in there. The rogue, we've seen for the ninja class, an intercept and shuriken attack being added, and an assassination move. I'm not sure which class this is for, or if it's for the general rogue, but we'll see if that gets implemented in the final release. Finally, one of the giant features that he's adding into this release is quests. He's added a quest log. He's been developing a hierarchy of quest bricks that makes questing experience more dynamic, and they can fit together in a different experience for everyone that's playing. Most NPCs can give you small quest lines, and small quest lines can include stuff like killing a boss, getting a note, using that note to find an amulet, and then delivering that amulet to a NPC and getting a reward. There are also giant, grand quest lines based around factions and lore, especially related to that Steel Empire that I mentioned earlier in the video, and those are indicated by this purple sword icon above characters. Some other quests that he has mentioned throughout his updates is the Unholy Pact quest, Order of Light themed quest, special city quests, eavesdropping quests where you can listen in on conversations for quest hints, NPC caught in trap quests, Portal Activation quests, Druids of Mana quests, and Cult of Doom quests. Going into new mobs that we've seen through a bunch of different updates, we have the Steel Empire as being one of the biggest, where they have goddamn airships, zeppelins in the freaking sky that men parachute down from, men and women, and these seem to be soldier mobs that put up a little bit of a fight. And these soldiers also defend these mana pumps that these Steel Empire is using to siphon mana from the ground. It's a really interesting concept, and they will be definitely tied with those grand quests. We can also see here that there are some new armor types that come from the Steel Empire: steel, filament, and riveted. A quirky little addition is these molehills that seem to spawn moles, and you can just fight and destroy them. I don't know what we'll get from them, but I just love that idea. He also has shown off some pirates, an undead ogre-looking thing from this screenshot. I think he referenced it as a monstrosity in the past. Wraiths, Druids of Mana, Mana Mechs, Necromancers, Alpha Dogs, Yetis, and Gnomes. I believe the Crystal Merchant, Traveling Merchant, was a gnome. And finally, what you've all been god dang waiting for is some new pets. Some of the new pets that he'll be featuring that we've seen so far in updates is flamingos, mammoths, little Wollay mammoths, some elephants, lions, zebras, rhinos, ostriches, koalas, and toucans. A lot of those will probably be found in the savanna biomes, which just makes sense. It's such a biodiverse biome at the end of the day. And Wollay has stated that he has re-implemented features multiple times, so all of this may or may not be in the final release, but a lot of it definitely will be because it was talked about very recently. He is a perfectionist at the end of the day, so we will see what actually ends in the final release. I guarantee a lot of it will be. And thank you for sticking around for the entire 5-page outline that I made for this video. Maybe drop a subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Check out our community server and stream if you want to hang out with us a little bit. But I'll see you around on release day. Bye-bye.